Right now we're having one of those patches that Chief Meteorologist Ken Johnson talked about of freezing drizzle coming by, and it is sticking to absolutely everything. It is sticking to this mic that I am holding right now. It's sticking to our camera, our tripod. It's even sticking to my hair. Now if you look down here, right here, you can actually see skid marks from that plane. The 2 female hostages were recovered safely, but not 18-year-old gunman Miguel Silva. We have seen an increased number of bikers. It's kind of hard to maneuver around here, but we're going to go ahead and try here. As to the left, we have the bikes resting, and to the right, it is the people resting. How convenient is that? And Penelope, fireworks. How exciting is that? Yes. That's right, fireworks. It's a ton of fun. The cool thing about the CEC is it does not just benefit the students that will be here, but it will also provide services to the community as well, just like getting your hair cut. Employees at Hayes Hardware handed out wet rags just like this to the firefighters so they could cover their face while fighting the fire. It seems like buckling up would be second nature. However, statistics show that not everyone does, and it could save your life. Smoke filled the streets of Burke-Burnett Tuesday night. It was from a massive fire at Elliott's Auto Shop downtown.
I came down around 9:20, and that's when I saw that the building across the street was flames coming out of the top of the building.
We could just see the huge flames down there, and then the fire trucks, they were putting water on it.
The manager of Hayes Hardware, Mike Renfro, came to check his store once he learned of the fire. When he saw his building was safe, he helped firefighters any way he could. Employees at Hayes Hardware handed out wet rags just like this to the firefighters so they could cover their face while fighting the fire.
They're on a call, so a lot of the time they don't have time or don't have the equipment to do that kind of stuff. So I thought, this would be something that we can contribute to help them fight this fire. The store was not the only place affected. Casey Roberts and Vivian Mayfield saw the fire from their houses. Roberts says the smoke was so bad her daughter had to go inside because of her asthma.
I couldn't even hardly breathe standing out here. It was really scary seeing a building stay on fire and them trying to get it out.
Renfro says Hayes Hardware will help out wherever needed.
Jerry's store, the general store, my store, all the other stores, they're all concerned, and they will all jump in to help wherever it needs to be done.
Frances Roberts lives across the street from Don Jose's Mexican restaurant in Wichita Falls. On Sunday night, she noticed a bunch of papers being blown into her yard.
I was picking it up from my yard because that's what made me stop and look and, see what it was, because it was from all over the place. And my dumpster's back there, and I walked up, I followed the trail and walked up, and it was like literally all over the place.
When she picked it up and saw what it was, she was concerned and alarmed. She showed me what she found.
There was receipts, customer receipts where they've signed receipts, credit card, MasterCard, Visa, invoices, W-2s, income tax stuff. Along with social security numbers, routing numbers, and checks from Don Jose's Mexican restaurant. Robert says she got in touch with the restaurant immediately. I told them that it was very careless, and they responded back that they didn't appreciate me calling them careless, that they didn't do this purposely or viciously. I went to the restaurant and they would not talk on camera, but a manager told me they were disposing of equipment and old documents inside sealed bags in the bottom of a dumpster. They believe the equipment caught thieves' attention and led to dumpster diving. Don Jose's wants to reassure customers and employees they have nothing to be concerned about. Miller worries about the employees' and customers' identity being stolen. My 17-year-old daughter was thinking about going over and applying for a job because she's looking for a part-time job, and to think that, there's no telling how many young kids' identity probably just got stolen. Alex Achten, News Channel 6. It was a regular Saturday evening for Sydney Mobley, Cody Chase, and Abby Armour. But once they got the news Vanita had been in a car wreck, it was anything but regular.
I didn't want to believe it. I didn't sleep a wink. I haven't slept a wink, and just devastated.
I didn't want to believe what happened, because you think these stuff don't happen to your close friends and family, but they do, and it's just devastating to hear that it happens to someone that you love.
At first they thought she had just minor injuries, but that quickly changed.
30 minutes later, I got another phone call, and they had said that she had been put on life support. And at that point, I was just beside myself.
The friends wanted to meet at Parkway Grill today to talk to us. Parkway was one of Vanita's favorite places.
She was here all the time. Their chicken fried steak, she would eat the entire thing. Don't ask her for a bite. She wouldn't give it to you.
Yep.
Rather than dwell on the tragedy, Abby, Sydney, and Cody want to focus on the good times.
She had the coldest feet in the world, and if you didn't let her put them on you, she would be really upset.
It was a big argument. Lover of cowboys.
Yes.
She loved her some cowboys.
Cody says last weekend they were coming back from Abilene after visiting Jacob Plummer, who was also injured in the wreck. She says they stopped to grab a bite to eat. What happened next, she couldn't believe.
I placed my order, I went and got my drink, and one of our friends' moms was sitting down, and she had this number. And I was beside myself, and I said, that was Vanita's number. And we were just thinking, man, Vanita, you got jokes. You got some jokes.
I want people to remember how wild and how loving and just crazy she was.
Remember how, how fun she was, how outgoing she was, and how much she loved God and how much she loved people.
Alex Achten, News Channel 6.